The first truly significant match of the 2018 grass court season will occur tomorrow. That match is the semifinal at Stuttgart between Roger Federer and Nick Kyrgios. The match is significant for two reasons. First, if Roger wins, he will retake the world #1 position from Rafael Nadal. Second, the match is the first real test for Federer upon his return to the match courts after sitting out the clay court season. Sure, it was good to beat Misha Zverev. Sure, it was good to send Guido Pella packing, but Nick Kyrgios presents a real threat to Roger. So, I want to break down the quarterfinals that occurred today, and I want to give you a preview of this match, including an analysis of just what Roger has to do to get the better of Nick Kyrgios. Subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. This is Tennis Talk Daily. Before we talk about this incredibly consequential match between Federer and Kyrgios tomorrow, I want to talk a bit about the quarterfinals that occurred today. First, Luca Pouille defeated Denis Istomin. Final score 6-4, 6-7, 6-3. Pouille looked good. He's the defending champion. He wasn't serving great, particularly on the second serve today, but he looks strong. He will have to face Milos Raonic, who defeated Tomas Berdych today in a very close match that was straight sets, but still fairly close. Final score 7-6, 7-6. Raonic served 24 aces, but his victory here came down to a superior performance in the tiebreaks, and he really did kind of clobber Berdych in those tiebreaks. In the semifinal between Pouille and Raonic, I think Raonic will have the edge. I think Raonic looks very good this week. I think he's going to be able to put Luca Pouille away. The other two quarterfinals were more interesting today. Nick Kyrgios defeated Feliciano Lopez in 3 sets. Final score 6-4, 3-6, 6-3. This match came down to big serving by Kyrgios. He served 20 aces, and also some effective ground strokes on the part of Kyrgios at all the right times. He converted all 2 of his break points during the match. Lopez, meanwhile, was not serving so well, and he was making more unforced errors than usual. So that puts Kyrgios into the semifinal, where he will meet Roger Federer. Federer defeated Guido Pella today, 6-4, 6-4. It was a sight to behold. All the matches at Stuttgart today were beautiful because the birds were singing. That was the soundtrack. Federer's win here came down to very consistent serving and to backing up his serves incredibly well. He won 83% of his first serve points and 71% of his second serve points. He was attacking well in his return game. He was able to produce 6 break points, of which he converted 2. Overall, this was classic Federer, folks. Classic all-court play on grass. So that tees up this incredibly consequential semifinal between Federer and Kyrgios. And if Federer wins, he will become the world #1. If we include the very close Laver Cup match that these two played last year, Federer leads in the head-to-head 2-1, but they have never met on grass. They met for the first time in Madrid in 2015, which Nick Kyrgios won in 3 sets. All went to tiebreakers. Final score 6-7, 7-6, 7-6. The second time they met was 2 years later in Miami. Federer won that match, but again, all the sets went to tiebreakers. Final score 7-6, 6-7, 7-6. And then in the Laver Cup match, Kyrgios was able to actually cleanly take a set off Federer, but then the next set went to a tiebreak, and they had to play a tiebreak set at the end, which Federer won. So the final score of that was 4-6, 7-6, 11-9. Again, Federer won that match. So what does Federer have to do to prevail over Kyrgios and become the world number one? Well, he will need to continue serving very well. If he can sustain the same percentages that he produced today, that would be good. Hopefully he'll serve even better. He will need to attack Nick Kyrgios' second serve with all the ferocity that he can generate. The Lopez style of play, which involves a lot of volleying, a lot of approaching, a lot of net play, will work against Kyrgios and would have worked against Kyrgios today if Lopez had not been making so many unforced errors at the net. The grass will favor Kyrgios' serve. He'll get a number of free points if he can get those first serves in. Remember, he served 20 aces today against Lopez compared to Federer's 4 aces against Pella. Above all, Federer needs to avoid the tie breaks. He needs to overwhelm Kyrgios with variety, with all-court play. Nick Kyrgios is not an all-court player, folks. Federer needs to shock him with the variety, shock him with the approaches, shock him with the sabers. If the tie breaks occur, and there probably will be 1 or 2, possibly 3, Federer's just going to have to turn it on, and the tie breaks, if they occur, will be a real test. He must prevail in these tie breaks. They are the ultimate test of whether players can produce that edge in the heat of the moment. He will need to win these tie breaks. And how can he do so? Again, just attack, attack, attack. Listen, he looked good today. If he can sustain what he was doing today, I think he can take care of Kyrgios. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I am very much looking forward to this match. Again, this is truly the first consequential match of the grass court season, so I'm really looking forward to it. Let me know your thoughts. I'll be back with a lot more commentary very soon. I hope everyone is well. Signing off from Boston. Bye.